Thursday, 6050, 3670, 2023, 7th month, July 27th day. That fucking video didn't fucking get. Anyway, so I put this up here to hold the door together. I got a bolt that I hammered in backwards, and then I put this on to hold the bolt in there, and then of course put that on there. I had to put the wood there to be able to hold the screw, because the screw bottoms out and just keeps turning. So that's that, and I jimmied it up in here, and I got a piece of wood. So yeah, it just open it up. I can reach it from down here. Hit it like that. Put that back on, open the doors. So, like I said, I cut it up in there, played with that, oiled it, put one of these in here, cut it open, put this piece of wood on there, so when I shut it, you can see that's already going to be a fucking problem. Everything locks into spot. You know, that fits in there, fits in the holes, and then I just jimmy it up there like that, so. No, strike wasn't there. Strike was over here in the last video. Strike the cat. There's Boob the cat. Hi, Boob the cat. She's enjoying porch times. She's in there, kicking. So, I just repeat what's going on with the pool thing. They sent me 3 messages today. Or 4 messages. The first message was, oh, we got the part in, so we just sent it for FedEx. Here's the tracking number. And then the next messages I sent was 3 all at once. It was at 12:01 p.m. The first one was, send the pool, the shitty pool here, send this shitty pool to us. And then pay for the shipping and, you know, and all that shit. And then the second email, the 3 sets, there's 3 altogether at 12:01 p.m. The second one was, well, we sent a prepaid FedEx. We're going to send one to you through the email. Be there in 3 hours. And the third one was, well, we sent no, it was a free one. They said, you call it a free label. Be there in 3 hours. And the third one also sent 12:01 p.m. Said, we're going to send a FedEx prepaid. They call it a prepaid label instead of a free label. This time they call it a prepaid label. It'll be there in 30 to 45 minutes. Of course, it wasn't there in 30 to 45 minutes. It's been 3 hours now because it's 4:53, because it's 12 o'clock. They sent it. It should be in the email. Who knows? I'll look at it. Anyway, when I saw the 3 different emails or 3 different messages they sent me, you know, one was send it to this particular address and pay for the shipping. One was we'll send you a free label for FedEx. Be there in 3 hours in the email. And the third one was we're going to send you a prepaid label. I'm thinking, yeah, that's the extraterrestrial sending 3 things at once, wondering which one I'm going to answer. And how am I going to answer back to him? 3 different jurisdictions. Anyway, so as I was a little bit in a hurry. So now I'm sitting there because every message that I sent to the pool guy, I put it on the reminders list. I'd write it out on a YouTube video because that's the best place I can write stuff on without shit having to go flip screen and all this shit because this smartphone doesn't have a nice writing tablet on it at all. And so I just go to YouTube videos and start writing it in descriptions for videos. I get 5,000 characters to write whatever the hell I want to write in there, whatever I want to send to anyone. And it's usually pretty wonderful, except it does have a skip in it. it never used to have a skip in it. They just started putting a skip in it. But anyway, so I was going back and forth, writing stuff in. I see all the different messages. I put it on the reminders and I put it on the reminders on the smartphone, because the reminder keeps everything in alphabetical order. Whereas there's this other thing on there, to write stuff on the smartphone, and it doesn't go in alphabetical order at all. There's no fucking order to it at all. It's just fucking, you gotta scroll through thousands. I gotta say it again. You gotta scroll. I gotta scroll through fucking hundreds of fucking subject matters that I fucking wrote books and published shit all over the place. Articles up the fucking ass. I gotta fucking go, if I want to relocate them, I gotta go fucking just through fucking hundreds and hundreds of shit. But and then I finally got to the reminder, and the only reason I had it going that way, because fucking the reminders thing started fucking up on me. It would never fucking allow me to copy and paste on it, so it was all being fucking sabotaged. But then finally the reminders got around. They saw that they couldn't deter me, or the little bully fucker saw he couldn't deter me, so he decided to reward me. So he finally turned it on so that I could copy and paste on it now. It's always fucking, it's all sabotage world with this fucker between him and I. He's always sabotaging me. And I always throw the truth at him. Nothing but the fucking truth. That's what he doesn't like. But anyway, so getting back to the pool thing. Yeah, so I'm sitting here, I'm going back and forth between the messages, putting it on the reminders, and I realized that after I sent one, I sent it through, and I was like, oh man, the screen flashed, and I was like, because I was kind of going in a hurry, the screen flashed, and I thought, oh shit, I just sent it. And then something else popped up on another screen. It was the same fucking thing that I sent. So I started thinking, well, did I just answer this one, or because I had to answer three of them. I didn't have to. I wanted to answer three of them to do it with the same thing, because they sent 3 messages, all different messages at the same time, 12:01 p.m., 12:01 p.m., 12 of them. Remember, it's not them, it's the ET. ET's doing it through them. He likes to fucking complicate the fuck out of everything. So, with me. Because at the same time, he's setting all kinds of traps, and he's wondering how I'm going to answer shit, and which one I'm going to choose to answer, or if I'm going to answer all 3 of them, because he's studying me. All at the same time, he's studying me. He's surveilling me, but he's studying me. He's seeing how I'm operating and functioning, so he can program his computer counterclockwise to counteract anything that's coming up that he doesn't like. That's what I figured out that he's doing. And he's looking for patterns, is what he's looking for. That way, if he finds a pattern that's going to be the same all the time, that way he can program the computer to try to mind control me according to the pattern, and then get his own way. But I always catch him in all his little fucking shit, and I always let him know. Especially on these videos, he'd be wondering, well, I wonder if he's going to say anything about this. And so next thing you know, I pop up a video, and then all of a sudden, spontaneously out of nowhere, I'll get to whatever needs to be got to. And he's like, damn, couldn't get one over on him again. But that's just the bad side. There's good sides to everything too, because not only are the bad guys surveilling me and recording everything and programming shit for this and that, the good extraterrestrials are also watching me, programming shit and accordingly also. So, because AI isn't all a bad thing. Artificial intelligence, it's not all a bad thing. There's some wonderful shit with it. It's just that predominantly for the most part, it's being used as a bad thing, abusively, stuck in the mud with the abuse. So that's the big difference. It's wonderful. It's the same thing. Say like, I'm just going to use pilots as an example. Pilots. I like to use pilots as an example, flying aircraft as an example, because it's a little bit different from driving cars on automatic pilot. Now, I've watched some YouTube videos of people getting pulled over by... I watched this one YouTube video. This guy got pulled over by a cop. He was going down the freeway at freeway speeds, and his head was tipped over the side of the seat, dead asleep, driving the car. But AI was driving the car down the fucking freeway. The cop pulled him over and checked his background check and said, God, you've been pulled over for this. This is the third time. So anyway, that's why I like to use aircraft more so with the automatic pilot system attached to the AI subject. That there's a good side to AI. Flying aircraft, there isn't a whole lot of traffic around when those things are put on automatic pilot. There's pretty much clear sailing, and the only thing really is going to be coming at the aircraft is going to be caught on radar for the most part. Radar is not the all 100% catch-all, but so I like to use aircraft, the automatic pilot system, to support AI as an example, as a real life scenario example, so that when it comes to the things that I perform, when I'm performing things, all right, knowing that this computer or this brain is a computer. It's just a flesh computer, and it's tappable, it's programmable, and it's different than this thing that's called the soul energy, which most people, well, I'll just call it the heart. That's where I learned it from. Most people call it the heart, that gut instinct, the heart. And I've watched videos and studies on the heart cells, and how the heart cells have a total separate thinking capacity that's separate from the brain. It's quite fucking fascinating. But to me, it's all sensible to me, because there's a difference between soul energy and robot energy. There's a difference between a brain that's programmable and the soul or the heart that is spontaneous. The spontaneous heart. It acts in the moment. It doesn't go by a script. There's in the brain, there's a lot of memories. A lot of memories there are, like RAM access memory. That's what it's called. RAM, like in computers, it's called RAM access memory. Well, they figured out how to program RAM access memory computer chips by studying the human brain. Memories. So, this is what they say anyway. These are the stories they share. So when I say all this stuff, I'm not saying that I'm right when I'm sharing, or that they're right when they're sharing it and all that shit. I'm just giving some examples, because I'm tying this all into the aircraft, the automatic pilot, how AI, there's a wonderful side to AI. So anyway, I'm just going down, I'm going down side streets as I'm cruising. And I'm smelling the flowers on the side of the road as I'm, walking down the street, stopping here, and that's a nice flower. Stopping over here, scent the aroma. But I'm still going down the same street. Now, if I wanted to, I could get totally lost within the flower. I could stop at the flower, sniff the flower on the way to the trip, and I could just be like, oh my God, this is nice. And then start studying, looking at all the intricate patterns. I'll be there for hours, and I could be there for years, sometimes centuries, before I get back on the road where I wanted to go. Or it could be that could be a whole new road that I want to stay on, instead of going down this road, this subject that I was on, that I thought was so wonderful. I think this is more, I'm going to stay on this road. I think this is more going to get me to where I really want to go. But anyway, so getting back to how AI, there's a wonderful side to AI also. Now, I always like to use aircraft, automatic pilot, because, as compared to AI cars, there isn't a whole lot of traffic around to crash into stuff. So, now AI, and tying this into the eBay that sent me 3 different messages at 12:01 p.m. today concerning sending a prepaid label to get this crappy ass pool back to them and send me a new pool. And how I was answering their 3 separate messages that ET sent me through the eBay representative for the company. And he's testing me. He's surveilling me. He's looking to see how I'm going to react in this particular situation, so he can program, on the bad side, program the computer to see if he can put me under some more spells and programs, send more traps and whatever the fuck on the bad side. And then on the good side, ET side, they surveil me and look for patterns of this and that, and on the good side, to send programs into the brain, into the body with the motor, electrical, magnetic, motor, sensory impulses to the body, because it's thought and body actions together, which is the male and the female, or the boy and the girl energies. All right. So that I can go on autopilot in a good way. And I have to be, fighting an autopilot system that's wanting to sabotage me all the time. There's the good autopilot for me in this human body, with not in this human body, with this human body. Big difference between being in a human body. Because if I was to say I'm in this human body, then that's tantamount to saying something is in control. But if I'm with, big difference. Just for an example, the male, the predominant king male energy, all right? To be in a girl, to be in a female, according to the king dominant energy, is to be in control of the girl, to be in her. Okay? Now, that's the difference between being with the girl. If the king was to switch the language and the thought process and the actions around more toward equality and be with the girl energy instead of in the girl energy all the time, then there would be more equality. That's the way I see things. But I'm not so concerned with anyone else's business. I'm just saying, as I'm living here amongst all this stuff going on in this atmosphere all around me, these are the things that I observe that are going on. So I like to say, instead of the AI energy in me, I like to say the AI energy with me. We're together equal in power on the good side. Now on the bad side, the AI is wanting to be in me. It's a total takeover, hostile takeover. It's a hijack. It's being raped, pillaged, molested, abused, the whole 9 yards. There's a big difference. To be in me. That's to be possessed. Electronic demon possession is what I call it. But the good side on the AI side, to be with me, now there's full disclosure, there's nothing being withheld, and an automatic pilot thoughts and automatic pilot body actions. I welcome these things to be with that, because it's pleasant. It's not painful and suffering and, feel like I'm being used. So, yeah. So anyway, I say all that because, in answering the eBayer who sent me this crappy pool, and was giving me the run around with plugs that are missing in one of the other new pools. You know, the eBayer. It's not really the eBayer. It's the Darth Vader side to the extraterrestrial energy. The Darth Vader side, the dark side, so to speak. You know, functioning through the weakened soul, the weaker soul. I like to call it the weaker soul. You know, I'm a weak soul too, but I'm not as weak as I'm not as weak as what I figured out is going on with the eBayer that was sending the messages. I could tell that, you know, that guy was in deep weak soulness. just by the words that were coming out of him being typed in the messages to me concerning this pool, which sounded and looked directly straight from the same fucker I'm constantly fucking having to fucking deal with a whole lot. I'm quite familiar with all his language, the feelings that he sends me, the atmosphere that conjures up when he starts interacting with me. So, you know, but anyway, so yeah. So yeah, you know, I could sense that I'm being surveilled, you know, on the bad side and on the good side, so that a program can be, you know, conjured up or altered or, you know, reconstructed or whatever the fuck, both on the bad side and the good side, for the AI system. The AI. That's artificial intelligence, which is not all a bad thing. It's just like rape, murder, molestation, killing. You know, even I say all these bad things because, you know, when I was brought up to believe that all this stuff is bad. But the more I started learning and looking into things, I said, no, it's just like a gun. A gun is, you know, it's kind of like half bad. One would say, oh, well, a gun, well, yeah, but, you know, really, you know, a gun is just a weapon. A weapon is no different than a claw on a cat. Okay? Words are weapons. Projecting thoughts are weapons. Playing with voodoo can be weapons. Anything can be weaponized. Anything. So the thing all in itself is not bad or good, but it can be used for bad or good. You know, this is what I see. You know, I could be wrong. These are just things that I see. So anyway, yeah. That's pretty much the gist of everything I wanted to say. Pretty much covered it all right there. You know, and you know, and then, you know, I look at this and I think, wow, look at the correspondence going on between finishing up on this door, these doors right here. Yeah, these doors. All hell broke loose as soon as these doors had to be hung. All fucking hell fucking broke fucking loose as soon as these doors wanted to be hung. I'm saying it just fucking broke loose. All fucking hell broke loose for some reason when those doors wanted to be hung. Jesus Christ. But now that they're pretty much finished, it all came at the same time that this pool manifestation, you know, eBay manifestation with these pools, it all finished all at the same time. The correspondence with it. And I'm thinking, yeah, there's something really deep going on here that I can really get into and look at how and why it's corresponded like that. And what are the implications in symbolism is attached to, you know, something, you know, deeper that has, you know, with the atmosphere that I'm in and of course are with, and, you know, everything going on with me too, you know, behavior wise, you know, and, you know, bad habit wise, good habit wise, you know, looking at stuff in the past, looking at, good things and bad things that, that I be with and, bring out and express and all that stuff. I mean, to me, everything going on correlates when it's all happening at the same time. To me, there's like some type of message there that has like a secret hidden answer. If I become so sensitive, when I allow the self to become so sensitive to absorb what it could be and what it couldn't be, and just kind of wait and get into that relaxed mode, then I can kind of start to see, I can see something that's gonna bring more relaxation into the situation, because that's really all it is for me. Instead of all this fucking pain and suffering, the relaxation, the pleasantness, the restfulness that I'm always longing for. That's really what it all gets down for me. Always longing for that. All this wearing shit out all the time, really a bunch of shit to me, and I look at everything all around me. Why is everything dying? I'm thinking everything's dying because it's being prematurely worn out. When I think it has the capacity to live and last forever, without no story or savior story or, someone always in control of it all story. with being with everything in an equality type story. As far as I'm concerned, that's the way I see it. I could be wrong, but I'm on that path. That's where I'm at with everything, in the consciousness with everything. But anyway, so 27 minutes in this video, pull a finger.